I'm Phoenix Wright, and I'll be your server this evening. Can I interest you in any of the daily specials?
Oh
my god!
Seriously, every time I see February 24th, I'm like, oh, Valentine's Day? No!
The court will now reconvene for the trial of Ms. Lana Skye.
Emma didn't come back. What?
True.
Our Emma didn't come back either.
Real life Emma did not come back.
When will our Emma come back from the war?
From the court.
In about 6 years. And then there'll be a reunion concert.
Great. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand.
I'd rather you didn't.
Well, I guess I'll just leave then. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Yeah.
Witness, please state your name and occupation. Fucking water falling.
The man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization.
Haha, the trials, get it?
The trials!
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
Edgeworth is not here for this.
Oh, I know. You're a patrolman.
God. I love his theme so much.
It is really good.
As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor.
Jake Marshall.
Howling wind? I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something.
Insert joke here.
Yeah.
You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner.
What do you mean?
A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up.
Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly.
Yeah.
We have a zero tolerance policy for Jake Marshall.
Please share with us
Good.
your testimony of the day of the crime.
This court, the judge just, bangs his gavel and points to a sign that's no cowboying. And then it has a picture of his face.
In plain old English. Maybe say new
Old English, you say?
English.
Beowulf time.
I was... Yep!
Oh god!
Starts reciting Beowulf.
Beowulfian Rhapsody.
Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I was in that.
My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard.
Bone orchard.
They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style.
Okay.
Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at a street-side saloon at the time it went down.
Hello?
This man has a drinking problem.
I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail.
I haven't even gotten out any ammo.
I can't say I particularly care for your attitude.
No cowboying.
Can't say I care for your beard, but you don't hear me complaining. You don't see
Damn.
me complaining.
Savage.
Jesus.
Wait a minute. That was a good roast. What do you mean by 2 security systems?
I mean, the security cameras and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those.
Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence lockers?
Fingerprint activated locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those?
He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines, or with following orders.
Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor? Yours happens to be right across the room.
This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours.
Well, you know what time it is. Press o'clock. Hold it! How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room?
Badly.
I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still.
Oh, shit. I had to click.
Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who entered the recordings.
You interred them?
Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape.
If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. This seems like the same shitty strategy that was like, oh, if no one suspicious comes by, I'll delete the photo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life.
Jesus. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't gonna do him any good. So, in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room?
Not physically.
Only spiritually. Hold it! But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right?
Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
No desperado I know lets rules get in his way.
No desperados I know join the police force.
So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime,
Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day.
there was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that?
Sorry, partner, can't say I do.
I know we just went over the glove, but out of context being like, hey, you know this glove? It's very good.
I haven't been in that crypt in weeks.
How does this guy avoid being fired? Hold it! You used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct?
Of course, back in the day my locker was a goldmine of evidence.
And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism?
Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works.
What? That's quite, incredible.
Nix knows how a bike works.
He better. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too.
At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
Hold it! What were you doing in a place like that?
I was eating spaghetti.
Spaghetti western.
Not even Angel's steak lunches can beat that parlor's Vongole sepia pasta.
Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles?
Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. Well, sir.
That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson.
We're not gonna go for pork and beans.
That's strange. He wasn't eating pork and beans. This is usually where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want a raise this year?" Listen,
Get him, Phoenix.
I have to mimic my own voice, okay? I'm not gonna just do the voice.
Well,
Hold it!
one is a scared boy, so...
Out of ammo, Officer Marshall?
That's right, partner. Or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, then you'd better draw.
A portrait.
Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset.
One thing seems clear. This man is batshit crazy. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything.
Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that.
Okay. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay. I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante. Alright. Let's take a look at the court record. I don't remember what's in here. A lot of shit. Just a lot of shit. Oh my god. Just a lot.
I mean, he said something about the rubber glove, right?
He said that before his testimony.
Oh, okay.
This testimony was just like, I was at a saloon. That's pretty much sums it up. I was at the saloon.
Great.
Alright, what do we...
Wait, what was after I was at the saloon?
I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, I'd best be on my way.
Oh,
Okay, that was a pretty good recollection. Oh boy. We've got a shoe. We've got multiple knives.
No! Can we look at the ID card more closely? Okay.
420. Okay. Oh god, we have more than 2 tabs of evidence. We have 3 now.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
I mean, could the evidence...
Oh wait.
I was gonna say, didn't we find his fingerprints on it?
Wait a
Oh,
second.
right.
Wait
Jesus
a second.
Christ.
It's not my fault we have 25 pieces of evidence.
Holy
It's been a
fuck.
week since we played.
Evidence
Yes,
pockets
ma'am.
full. Brain
Okay.
gone. I am forcibly removed from the courtroom.
Think
Objection!
Marshall's about to be.
Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime.
And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner.
It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or, to be exact, a handprint.
Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds, about once a month.
Once a month! They're supposed to be doing this 3 times a day.
God.
It's only natural my fingerprints would be in there.
Objection! I only wish it were, officer. What a weird place to break a line. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Oh shit, that's pretty damning.
High heel boots!
Oh fuck. I missed them, I didn't even see.
Oh, he's wearing high-heeled boots!
We'll have to keep an eye out the next time there's a lot of courtroom chatter. Witness, what's the meaning of this?
Yeah, I have a question. What are those?
I just think they look neat.
Are you wearing the...
The cowboy boots.
With the high heel?
I mean, I think most cowboy boots have a heel. I don't know.
This was
about-
like a stiletto heel, it looks like.
Oh, okay.
Not like just like a regular boot heel. Like yeah, you're right, but this looked like it might have just
Sorry,
been the
I
highlight or
didn't see
something.
them. So.
But it looked like a high heel.
Incredible.
God, that's really good.
Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene?
The blood was wiped away. However,
Boots?
a luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall?
I performed an extra judicial investigation.
Seems to me you performed an extrajudicial investigation. There ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders.
I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall. About the blood-stained fingerprints?
Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Found at the scene of the crime.
Is it just me, or is this case full of, like, lines being cut in half on a comma?
Yeah, they're being broken in
Yeah.
really weird spots.
Whack.
Blood-stained fingerprints. That's the title of his next album.
God.
Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the blood-stained handprint.
Hmm.
The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. Bloodstain and fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See? I had nothing to do with it.
Hmm.
The witness's explanation appears valid,
As long as it appears valid, nothing matters.
although there's room for doubt. Why is that broken up?
Don't know.
Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
I beg to differ.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
This guy's hiding something. I can feel it.
I hope you can.
Now's my chance to prove it. This guy's not hiding anything. I'm gonna lose the case. I can feel it. Hold it! That's because you, how did you put it? Pay your respects once a month?
Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. That locker happens to be mine.
What? What do you mean?
I mean what I said.
Well, fair enough.
That's like the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams.
Oh my god.
Over dramatic.
I see.
A boulevard of them, if you will.
Ah,
Uh,
It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker.
Someone's not gonna sing it, okay.
no, we are not singing on this stream again. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it.
didn't he just say he doesn't know how, like, that the fingerprint locks were a thing?
Yeah.
Suspicious.
Hold it! So then, what about that bloody handprint?
Huh.
Apparently
Was
he's
mine.
bored of it.
It's no mystery.
Please explain.
He just goes, no.
My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It just so happened that we're gonna cut back to the testimony.
Hold it! The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1.
On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1.
Okay.
I tried to
That was a
click
weird
in
cut.
advance so that the stream would, like, not lag too much for you, but,
Yeah, it's okay. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint.
A mere fingerprint.
You wanna know why?
Forensic evidence isn't admissible in this court.
yeah. Hold it! Unrelated?
They're as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal.
What?
One's got to do with breakfast, while the other's a type of murder. Or just things in order.
He's
Okay.
right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different.
Someone from work just sent me a private message on Discord. Hello?
Okay. I don't see what homonyms or Emma's Discord messages have to do with this.
Cause I'm shocked, cause it's a rando from work, and I haven't worked for like a month.
I mean, throwback to when someone from a work Discord that I was in messaged me just to say, I love your statuses on here. And, yeah. Hold it! How do you know that?
I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports.
No, you don't! You
You
only go in there
explicitly do
once
not.
a month!
You literally don't do your job. There was a blood stain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean the murderer, wearing gloves, happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
Sounds very likely.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner?
The picture?
This sealed blood. In the desert, just food for the buzzards.
Blood.
There's only one reality, and that's this.
The security tape. Show it to me again.
Oh god.
So long as my trail isn't there, you can't say otherwise.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Straight to hell. Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Hold it! What do you mean by that?
You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have.
Objection! But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Didn't he say there were 2 security cameras?
Blind spots?
He said there were 2 security systems,
Okay.
and one of them is the camera. Places you can't see. Oh
You know, a
boy.
spot that you're blind. Oh no.
The camera's panning
know
back
what?
and forth. The floor isn't shown.
The ceiling also isn't shown.
If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could Spider-Man across the ceiling. They could leave the room without being caught on tape. Objection! We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now. There's
Well,
probably evidence in the video.
Yeah, we should look at when or if the handprint shows up.
Maybe the high-heeled boots.
Definitely.
Oh, you know
These
you're gonna
boots
see
were made for
a tip
flip.
of something poking out from behind the badger.
These boots were made for murder.
very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Oh god. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness, Officer Jake Marshall. Sorry, I didn't realize that was just gonna go into the video.
Neither did I, but we need to see the video as much as possible. Now I'm gonna commit a crime and pause the recording here for a second to check something, meaning you all have to watch this video forever.
Ah!